I hope everyone is doing okay. My name is Chimba Melisar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I want to share with you on disappointment because it is one of the most inevitable things that we go through. And again, at the same time, it is one of the most painful things that you can ever encounter because imagine investing in something, your energy, your time, your money, and then it happens not to go the way in which you expected it to. And so most of the times we get depressed, we get discouraged. But today I want us to learn how best we can handle disappointment. So to drive this agenda, I will start with a story, a very powerful story that I had from someone. So it goes like there was a certain farmer who had a donkey, and one day the donkey fell into a very deep pit. And the farmer tried by all means to get it out. He called upon his friends, and they all tried to get it out, but they failed. All their efforts were to no avail. And then finally, the farmer just decided to say goodbye to the beloved donkey. Painful as it was, he just decided to say, no, I think it's time for the donkey to go. So him and his neighbor decided to just bury the pit along with the donkey inside. So as the owner of the donkey and his neighbor took two shovels and they started throwing sand inside the pit. But as I took the first shovel and threw sand inside the pit, it fell on the donkey. And something interesting happened. When the sand fell on the donkey, it shook the sand off and stepped on top of that sand. It kept on happening as they took the shovel and threw sand inside, and it fell on the donkey. The donkey shook the sand off and took a step on top. They threw the sand in, fell on the donkey. The donkey shook the sand off and stepped on top of the sand. So, inevitably, as the pit was being filled, so was the donkey rising. So by the time they were finishing burying the pit, the donkey was out already. And this is a very powerful story. You see, the donkey in the story could have easily stood still as they were throwing in the sand, targeted on killing it, targeted on burying it together with the same pit. If it stood there, it would have been buried and it would have died, but it chose to shake the sand off and rise on. Bringing this to a human standpoint, how many things have been thrown in your life in order to overwhelm you, in order to eliminate you, in order to discourage you? And how do you react to it? Are you like the donkey? Do you shake off the negative energy and rise above it? Or do you simply let every negativity bury you? Do you simply let every situation bury you? Or you rise up by shaking it off and using that as a stepping stone? So you see, there's what we call using negativity to your advantage. I've seen you not seen people rise up to be powerful human rights activists because they were abused as children? Haven't you ever seen people become advocates against war because they experienced that before? Haven't you ever seen the testimony of each and every person who has risen up to be who they are today? Everything that you go through is attached to the greater purpose that you have to serve. So, whatever it is that is targeted on you, the moment you shake it off, the moment you shake off that negative energy, you're going to use it as a stepping stone, because whatever that you go through is God setting you up for the kind of destiny that He has in plan for you. Do you have debt? Are you struggling with anything in life? That is what God wants you to speak to others about. Anything that you're struggling with. Are you struggling with addictions? God wants you to rise above that so He can use you as an instrument to help other people rise up. Everybody has scars. The only difference is that when some people show you their scars, you see how far they've come and you applaud them for being strong. But other people have scars and you see them wallowing in the same kind of situation and you only feel pity for them. It is up to you to decide what you want to turn in your life. Do you want to be pitied or you want to be applauded for being strong, for showing your scars to people, for them to understand that it was not an easy journey, but you came out of it. You see, everybody faces disappointments, but how you react to those disappointments determine how much you rise above anything that you might be going through. It is essentially about reaction. Whenever the negative energy is thrown your way, it is all about reaction. How do you react? How do you counteract to whatever it is that life throws your way? You see, use whatever situation that you're going through in order to serve your purpose. Look at the big picture. Whenever you rise above that situation will be the birth of a great testimony. You see, if we were meant to just live for ourselves, we would never go through this. But God allows those things to happen because He has the greater good. Look at me talking to you right now. Obviously, I've gone through situations and issues that have made me even stand here and talk to you. Now, if I gave up on everything I was going through, then I wouldn't be in the position to encourage you. I wouldn't be in the position to advise you. So you see, rise up above every obstacle that you might be facing in life. That is your passport towards living the life that you've always wanted to live. So find that space and blossom. Disappointments are part of life. So is winning. So is overcoming. All of these things are parts of life. The only difference is your reaction towards the things that come your way. So rise above everything today. Decide to be a testimony of hope to other people. Rise above everything you're going through. All you need to do is shake off that negative energy and rise on top of it. The next thing you know, you'll be out of that pit to give a testimony of how you overcame. Find that space and blossom. This has been Chimba Malisawa. Thank you so much.